Let me ask you this question. What if gratitude and art weren't nice ideas, but neurological interventions that physically change how we connect with other people? Most people think relationships improve through better communication, more effort, or more time. But neuroscience is pointing to something more profound. Your relationships are not limited by intention, they are limited by brain state. And two things, art and gratitude, have the power to rewire that state at a physiological level. Today, I want to make you think about how that works, why it compounds over time, and what it means for how we build lasting human connections. Art activates mirror neurons, embodied cognition, and the default mode network. Gratitude strengthens emotional regulation, reward, and social bonding circuits. When you combine them intentionally, you don't just feel closer to people, you train your nervous system to sustain connection. This isn't a metaphor, this is measurable brain change. Art activates mirror neurons, embodied cognition, and the default mode network. Gratitude strengthens emotional regulation, reward, and social bonding circuits. When you combine them intentionally, you don't just feel closer to people, you train your nervous system to sustain connection. This isn't a metaphor, this is a measurable brain change. After leaving clinical neuroscience, I dove into neuroaesthetics research, and what I found was staggering. When you look at art, your brain doesn't just see, it activates three systems simultaneously. First, embodied cognition. Your body simulates physical sensation tied to what you're seeing. Second, mirror neurons. Your brain reenacts the gestures, emotions, and movements of the artist. Third, the default mode network. The artwork gets integrated into your sense of self and meaning. This creates wide brain arousal, motor, emotional, and cognitive regions firing together. In other words, the artist is communicating with your body, not just your eyes. Medical schools notice this. Programs integrating art education found improved diagnostic accuracy. But what stood out even more was bedside manner. Doctors became more empathetic, more present, more connected. The World Health Organization now recommends that patients visit museums. Researchers have called art the penicillin of modern medicine, and the data keeps confirming it. Art changes brain physiology. Here's a theory I can't fully prove yet, but research keeps circling it. Before language, humans communicated through shape. We made shapes on walls, then progressed to stone tablets. We are only now beginning to understand the Sumerian language. When another human recognized what you were communicating, your brain released reward signals. You weren't alone, you were understood. That recognition is the foundation of human bonding. To be understood, is that not what we all seek? Our brains evolved form constancy and color constancy, the ability to recognize patterns across contexts. When your brain successfully decodes geometry, it rewards you. Pythagoras proved it is foundational. That's why cubist and biogeometry work produces such strong responses. Your brain sees massive complexity compressed into simple forms. It solves the puzzle. And your body responds with satisfaction. Connection, at its root, is successful recognition. Now let's talk about gratitude, but not the surface level version. Authentic gratitude activates the medial prefrontal cortex, empathy and social meaning. The anterior cingulate cortex, emotional regulation. The nucleus accumbens, reward and bonding. When gratitude is practiced consistently, something critical happens. The brain changes structure. Studies show increased gray matter in the prefrontal cortex after just 3 months of daily gratitude practice. Even more important, the brain becomes more sensitive to gratitude over time. The effect compounds. This matters because our brains evolved for small tribes, about 150 people max. Robin Dunbar and his team teach us about the limits of our human capacity. Today, we care about far more people than our nervous systems evolved to maintain. Gratitude needs a vessel that lasts. This is where everything comes together. I work with luxury realtors, designers, architects, and wealth management professionals who help clients through massive life transitions. Most closing gifts get forgotten, but some do something different. What do these people do differently for their clients? They commission experiential artwork. Clients help choose colors. They participate in the process. The artwork is created for their home, their comfort space. And then something extraordinary happens. When the piece is installed, people cry. Not during the process, but when they feel it in their space.